all, Sets with Chi. Welcome to another video. I'm actually just here at a Jewel Osco parking lot waiting for a DoorDash order. I have my DoorDash app, on. But anyway, you all know that I'm a strong believer in having multiple streams of income and always opening up your mind, to new opportunities. And I've actually been binge watching videos on cell phone, iPhone specifically, reselling, and I'm actually quite intrigued by it because it's something that you can do no matter your situation, no matter your age, gender, sex, whatever. You can get started if you have like a little bit of money to the $300 to invest in an iPhone. And just like learning the basics of it, like foundational information or knowledge, like things like checking the IMEI, where to check it, and just things like that. You can really be able to scale and just start from somewhere. So I created an Instagram and a Facebook page for my cell phone flipping. I posted a couple of videos, and yeah, I just decided that I'm just gonna go ahead and start. You all know I've been doing, like, I have the multiple stream Masterclass bundle, it's still for sale, but I've been doing things like I have my YouTube channel, obviously, and I've been doing things like posting. I was posting about you all know the 9x12s. I did a video on that. I was actually running Facebook ads for that, and I was getting like really affordable, cheap leads, like $2 per lead, like really cheap, but they were not very great leads in terms of, well, just let me switch that off. I shouldn't say that they weren't that great leads. They were okay leads, but the thing about it is that, like, a lot of the business owners, like, I guess that are around me, just was like feeling like the amount for the 9x12s, I mean not the 9x12s, the 4x3, so a standard ad slot is 4x3, it's going out to 5,000 people. So obviously to kind of like put their name out there, but for a lot of the business owners, I don't know why, but felt like that amount was too much. 550 was too much, and a lot of them could not afford it, so it was just like, putting it out and getting leads, but just not getting the match, or getting the people that would say, okay, you know what, we're willing to at least try this out and whatnot. And I was doing a lot of outreach, phone out, spending my mornings doing a lot of outreach and things like that. And it was just like, it was just getting to be kind of like more or less a burden for me. So I decided to kind of like just put it aside. And I went into fasting and prayer like this month. Just like a lot of the days this week, I was in fasting at least like 2 to 3 days. I fasted, just like intermittent fast, and I break it around like 3, and eat something. But notwithstanding, I just wanted to be transparent about like where I am and how it's working out, and just like what is happening. And yeah, I have been able to obviously still do delivery. It's really been my bread and butter. I mean, God has really been my source. I mean, all this time, you all know that I separated from a narcissistically abusive marriage a little bit over 2 years ago. I have 3 teenagers, and I'm just trying to do better, have better, be better, and just like being open to new opportunities, to be able to make money, and just to be able to like just humble myself to learn and acquire the new skills. And so reselling iPhones, to me, I see it really as a skill, because if you're able to get the IMEI, go to the website where you are able to check it to make sure that there's no issues with like locked, and if there is an issue, like if it's unlocked, then you deduct the amount of money. I've been able to find a direct buyer, so that's huge. So that I can just buy the phone off my hand rather than me posting on Facebook Marketplace and posting on OfferUp and posting here and there. I can just know exactly how much they pay for a locked phone and unlocked phone. If it has scratches, how much to deduct, carry unlocked, locked. So I've already been putting out videos and on my Instagram, reels, which actually posts, so I connected my Instagram to my Facebook page, actually posts directly to my Facebook page, so that way I'm not, running here to post, running there to post. So it posts automatically because they're linked. And so when I do decide to run ads, I'm going to run it off of it was going to be a Facebook ad, but I'm going to connect it from with an Instagram video. So you can click on the Instagram video that is listed on on your Instagram, and that is connected to your Facebook page, and then you can be able to get what you want or whatever. But I mean, it's been quite a journey for me. Even like the summer just started. Well, actually, summer hasn't even started. It'll be here like officially like in about a week or so. But I just want to make sure that I kind of like spend my time and my resources. And time is actually the most important resource to be able to like learn new information. So I'm gonna be putting out more, just like showing you guys my journey. I've been watching several YouTube videos, and I've been able to get information. Like, was one of the YouTube videos that I watched, I was able to find a direct buyer off of Google. And now I have the price sheets. That's really important, so that you can know exactly what is a grade A, what is a grade B, what is a grade C. And most phones are gonna be grade B. Like some scratches, some minor usage, but it's still functional. But the great thing and the difference between having a direct buyer and not having a direct buyer is that when you're advertising, you can let them know that you buy phones any condition, so whether it's locked or unlocked, you can still buy it. Because a lot of people, when they are posting on Facebook Marketplace, they are not going to be able to post locked phones, because a lot of people are not going to buy it, but so rather than doing outreach, just outreach, like reaching out to people on Facebook Marketplace and stuff, being able to post and run ads, that's important, even if it's $5-10 a day. Because I was already running ads for my 9x12 cars, and I was able to get really cheap leads. So if I'm able to also do that, and run effective ads, and just get people to inquire, and offer their phone for sale or whatever. Offer their phone to be bought so I can resell it. So I want to kind of get into the routine, and just like, and the great thing about it is that you don't have to have thousands of dollars. You can just have a couple of $100s that you can buy a phone, and exactly, okay, I have a direct buyer. So if I'm buying the phone for $150, I know for sure I can resell it for $250, and then the average profit margin is about $100, so $50 to $100, and then if there's like more things wrong with the phone, you can take out some more things and get more profit. But basically it is very, very it's something that it doesn't, you can take like a couple of days and just like learn some of the basics, and just start putting yourself out there. You all know I have the car signs already, so I'm already kind of like, I have some of the marketing down. Like I put car signs so people see. Right now I have my notary car sign for mobile notary, and then I have the home cleaning, but I'm thinking of swapping the home cleaning car sign for the we buy iPhones for cash, so then and then with the phone number. So that's where I am right now. So I've kind of like put aside unfortunately, I've put aside the 9x12 because I just can't keep putting, myself out there and, and being, having people just, not willing to, business owners not willing to buy. It's just like, it's frustrating. But the great thing about the iPhones, and reselling iPhones is that eventually, when you get your capital up, you can start buying bulk, just buying it bulk from private sellers or whatever, buying it bulk and then reselling it bulk to your direct buyers. So you get to the point whereby you can still do outreach, but you just have those that are selling you 30, 40, 50 phones, because you have that capital bulk, so that's where I feel that I want to scale to. But for now, just starting out, you do want to put yourself out there. You want to run some ads. You want to start doing outreach. And I love it, because I love being able to connect with people, and if people know that you are fair, and, whatever it is that you are able to explain exactly why you're buying it for this price, if there's excessive scratches, you take out, or the battery is low or whatever, you take out a certain amount for it or whatever. So, it is, I can really see myself because, I'm someone that likes to relate to people, meet different people, and just, so I really see myself as, I really see it as something that I can really do well in. I love to bargain. I'm a business person at like heart. I love, buying and selling and stuff like that, and I love tangible objects, like when you're doing like e-commerce and things like that and everything, it's not really, for the most part, it's not really, it depends on how you do it. Like if you have like prep centers and things like that and everything is, you're selling on Amazon, you're, well, unless maybe you're doing like, fulfilled by merchant. But with the iPhones, I know it's something that a lot of people have. It's a high commodity. It's in high demand. So a lot of people want that iPhone. A lot of people, I mean, like just about almost everybody. A high percentage of people have iPhones. And it's it's something that is like, a lot of people need it, and a lot of people are in really tight position. A lot of people are financing, cannot pay anymore, so it's carrier locked and stuff, but there are ways to kind of get out of that, and there are ways to make money successfully with that. So it's something that, like, when I was in my fasting, and I started like looking on YouTube and just asking God, like, okay, this 9x12 thing didn't really work out for me, and as you can see, I don't, like, you won't see me putting out any shorts about it anymore, because it's just not work. I don't want to waste my time on something that I can't see myself doing, in the long run. Like it's taking like the wind out of me. It's like, I don't want to, it's just something that I just don't want to keep on, like, it's like you're pulling people's arms to buy, and I just, I want something that's an easy flow. You buy, you resell, you buy, you resell. I'm not like, it's just very like low friction, very low friction. I put out ads, I put out Instagrams, or do offline outreach, maybe put out signs on my car, and then it just, and just go from there. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it. I was glad that it fell into my lap, because I've been praying to God to open up new doors of opportunities for me. I've been doing food delivery, I've been doing package delivery with roadie and things like that and everything, but I'm like, Lord, this is the time for me. I want to be able to have something, and that's always been my prayer, to have something I can pass on to my children. I can tell my, hey, you know what, if you're able to do this, you can be able to you can be able to always have something. You can always be able to have money. You don't have to depend on people, because that's a position where I was in. I became a nurse. I went into a career that was literally very destructive for me, for my personality, and it just made me to it just like set me back in life, you know, because it's like, and whenever you're doing something that God didn't call you to do, it sets you back, you know, because God is your creator, you know, and you cannot go above the head of your creator. You cannot, you know, you can play smart for a little while, but it's gonna come back and bite you, and you know. So you know, so I'm just like literally like just want to be led by the Spirit and just do what will fall naturally for me, and you know, we'll just work side by side, and I can be able to do along with what I'm already doing to make money, and to be able to pay my bills, you know. You know, so something that I'm able to invest this, and I know that, okay, if I invest this, I can get this back. I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time, and eventually it'll become basically the majority of what I'm doing, you know. So yeah, that's where I am now. I'm excited of where I am, and I'm excited of what God is taking me to. I'm excited about the growth, and I'm someone that likes to implement. I don't like to just like learn. I mean, just gain knowledge and waste a lot of time, you know, because the quicker you're able to say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna set this aside, I'm gonna do this, you know, and the faster you see, the faster you take action on something, you know, even if it's a new opportunity or whatever, that you take action, then the faster you know if it works or not. So you can go on to the next thing, you know, or you can leave it alone, you know, and go on to the next model. Okay, well, I've actually implemented it. I took action. It doesn't work for me. And then you have your reasons why, you know. So now you can, but if you sit on it, don't take any action, you know, or whatever, then you don't know whether it works or not, you know. But when you're taking action, when you're you know, taking steps towards doing certain things, now you know, okay, well, this works, this doesn't work, let me move on, or let me not move on, right? So, you know, taking action is actually the actual you know, it's actually what actually makes you understand, you know, if it's for you or if it's not, you know. So so I'm gonna just keep y'all updated on my journey, you know, good, bad, or ugly. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, share, comment, you know, if, you know, whatever, you know, if it is cell phone reselling or iPhone reselling, something that you've done in the past, or you're willing to try and whatnot. So set to achieve, and we are set to achieve. God is good, and yeah, every day above ground is a good day, okay? Because God is good. He's the one that woke us up this morning, and he is our source. So thank you for watching, and God bless. Peace.